Hearing this, Ziyu's expression became a bit solemn. What she said just now was just to anger her father, but when she really thought of the figure of that man, Ziyu was quite worried for him. Thinking that Maki Takahashi might not let him go easily, Ziyu blurted out, "Next time I have an interview with Maki Takahashi, I will warn him. If he dares to quietly attack that man after the cooperation is reached, then I terminate cooperation at any time." "Naughty!" Zin sternly scolded. As the representative of the Su family, everything must be based on the interests of the Su family. How can you let a strange man affect the interests of the Su family? As long as we can get Maki Takahashi the biggest concession clause, what does the life and death of this strange man have to do with us? Ziyu also moved a bit of anger, and argued for reason. The man offended the Takahashi family to save a little girl from bad boys. How can I let the Takahashi family kill him? Zin said disdainfully, "When the Takahashi family kills him, don't you just look at it?" Ziyu said angrily, "Dad, how can you do this? Are there any principles and ethics?" "Principles and ethics?" Zin said coldly, "My principles and ethics are for the interests of the Su family. For the interests of the Su family, I don't need any principles and ethics. I..." Ziyu was speechless. Zhufei hurriedly finished the game at this time. "Dad, Ziyu, we haven't finished talking about our business. Why are you two still arguing?" Zin said with a gloomy expression. "Okay, don't talk about these meaningless things. Ziyu, you're going to study the MBA, let's discuss it after you come back." "No need to discuss," Ziyu said with a very cold expression. "The admission notice of Harvard Business School has been sent to my mailbox. School starts in August, and I will leave in May. You kid." Zin was about to say something. Zhufei just received a call on his cell phone. The call was from an assistant who came to Tokyo with them. The other party said in WeChat, "Young master, the patriarch of the Matsumoto family in Tokyo, Ryoto Matsumoto, begs to see you and the young lady at the hotel reception." "The Matsumoto family?" Zhufei frowned. "Is the Matsumoto family ranked third in Tokyo?" "Yes." Zhufei looked at the video conference interface on the computer and asked, "Dad, Ziyu, the Matsumoto family's man, want to see us? Do you want us to meet?" Zin said disdainfully, "As far as I know, the strength of the Matsumoto family is much worse than that of the Takahashi family and the Ito family. We only need to choose between the Takahashi family and the Ito family. There is no need to waste energy planting garbage." Zhufei said to the assistant on the phone, "Reject the Matsumoto, just say that I have taken a break and I will not see guests." Ziyu opened his mouth at this moment. "Brother, let's see. This Ryoto Matsumoto still has some abilities. It is really not easy to bring the Matsumoto family together on his own, and as the saying goes, the smiley man, the patriarch of a family, came to the hotel to see you personally. This has already put the figure very low. If we don't even see him, it will be more or less justifiable." Zen opened his mouth at this time. "Ziyu, you like to think more about things. This is good, but you can't think about everything so much. It will be too late. If you see this Ryoto Matsumoto tonight, maybe tomorrow the 4th, 5th, and even the 40th and 50th families in Tokyo will come to the hotel to ask to see you. Can you handle it?" This, Ziyu didn't know how to answer at once. Zin continued, "Okay, this matter is still up to your brother, reject it." Ziyu nodded. "Okay." The lobby of the Aman Hotel. Ryoto Matsumoto, who is not yet 40 years old, is looking forward to meeting with the Su family. He personally came to the hotel to meet the Su family this time, hoping to use a humble attitude to seek an opportunity to interview the Su family. Although the strength of the Matsumoto family is not as good as that of Takahashi and Ito, Ryoto Matsumoto feels that his ability is not weaker than anyone, and he is young and bold. He is definitely the ideal partner for the Su family. However, the Matsumoto family had insufficient precipitation in the early years, and it was far from the Takahashi and Ito families. Although Ryoto Matsumoto resolutely led the Matsumoto family to develop rapidly and catch up with them, there was still some distance from them. In fact, the Matsumoto family can be said to be the fastest rising family in Tokyo. 10 years ago, it was unknown. Today, 10 years later, it is second only to Takahashi and Ito. This speed is regarded as a miracle to the outside world. Therefore, Ryoto Matsumoto believes that as the head of the family, he came to the hotel to ask for a meeting in person, which definitely gave the Su family a lot of face. However, he didn't know that in the eyes of the Su family, the strength of the Matsumoto family was about half that of the Takahashi family or the Ito family, so the Su family naturally wouldn't take him in their eyes. At this time, Ryoto Matsumoto is full of confidence. He is a recognized business genius in Japan, a young and rich man who has the real ability to fight the world, so he thinks that the Su family should give him a chance to have an interview, and he will definitely use it. Their eloquence and vision convince them to cooperate with them. Ryoto Matsumoto's assistant was somewhat apprehensive, and said, "Boss, do you think the Su family will be willing to cooperate with us?" Ryoto Matsumoto tidied up his suit and tie, and said confidently, "When I meet in a while, I will use my abilities and charm to make the Su family realize that my Ryoto Matsumoto is their most perfect partner." As for Takehiko Ito and Maki Takahashi, they are just a bunch of old men with outdated thinking and worrying abilities. As soon as the voice fell, Su's assistant made a call to the front desk. The little girl at the front desk answered the phone and immediately came to Ms. Matsumoto, bowed and said, "Mr. Matsumoto, I'm really sorry. Mr. Su and Ms. Su don't have time to see you, please go back."